What do you do on a rainy day here in Taipei? You go department store shopping. Check it out. This is the Shin Kong Mitsukoshi department store. Formerly the tallest building in Taiwan, and you won't believe how many floors there are to this department store. Let's go check it out together. So in most Western style department stores, you might have 2 or 3 floors in your department store. That's not how it works in East Asia, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan. Shin Kong Mitsukoshi is of course actually a Japanese brand, but it's a big deal here in Taiwan. Now I've come in on the ground floor, but we're not heading up, we're heading down to begin our tour. So the basement of any good department store is going to have a giant food court where there are all sorts of options for you to choose from, probably 15 or 20 different stores. Just have a look at the different options that you can see here. You can get your bubble tea or whatever else here, but you've also got every kind of meal you could imagine. Japanese food, Taiwanese food, different East Asian cuisines. Look at the options down here. Department store food court food is generally pretty good. You'll see that it's quite clean here, but in my experience it's also quite expensive compared to buying off the street. But they also have these Japanese style plastic food examples here, so you can pick exactly what you want. That's the basement floor done and dusted. Now let's work our way up. We're back here on the ground floor, or first floor in the American and Taiwanese naming system, and this is all just cosmetics. So this floor is for the ladies, and what you'll see here and throughout the store is that rather than it being one brand, as we see in department stores in New Zealand like Farmers, these are all independent stores. You pay at each independent store, and then you take your products with you and perhaps go to the next floor. So let's head our way up to floor number 2. Ladies clothing. Now you're going to find that of course this is the department store, the eye is on the wallet or the purse of the female purchaser. So women's clothes, handbags, cardigans, whatever else is overrepresented here, but you'll see that each floor caters for a different age group of women as well. So I'd say this floor is mostly for the older women. I'll probably get into trouble for saying that, but we're going to head our way upstairs and see what else they have on floor number 3. And here we are catering to younger women. You'll see a lot more cutesy things on this floor. You'll see a lot more modern brands that focus on the woman in her 20s or perhaps even late teens. Hello Kitty, for example, Cath Kidston over here. And you can see it extends all the way down to that end. This is only one floor, remember? And then they've got the Japanese store Muji over here as well. It's a little bit like the household item section of IKEA. But let's move on to floor number 4. Madam's Ware, apparently. So again, this is a floor that's catering for slightly older women, perhaps women in their 40s and 50s. You can see there's a lot more beiges, there's a lot more greys, and of course it's winter here now, so there's a lot more cardigans and scarves, but these are all quite staid looks that they've got here. Again though, this is for older women, and you're going to be paying department store prices. Nothing here will be cheap. Part of the enjoyment that you get out of purchasing things here is getting to tell your friends that I bought this item at the Shin Kong Mitsukoshi department store. Let's check out the next floor. Up we go. Floor number 5 is all about health and well-being. So you'll see different kinds of special mattresses here. You'll see aromatherapy. You'll see recliner chairs with built-in massage capability. You'll begin to see furniture, although I'm sure we'll see more furniture as we head upstairs. Again, lots of Japanese brands here. Nitori, which I believe is a Japanese brand. As we head up, you'll see a lot more household items. You've also got lingerie and women's underwear down the back. Okay, let's check out the next floor. Floor number 6, and finally the men get a look at. You can see around here, this is all men's clothing. I have to say, most of the clothing here is focusing on older men, so middle-aged men, of course much older than me because I'm not middle-aged. These are sort of typical jackets that you would see men in their 50s, 60s, 70s here in Taiwan wear, and then you've got business attire down here, so suits, ties, scarves, hats, all the things you'd expect to see the modern businessmen require. Now, down the back of this floor, you've also got the travel section. Different travel bags, big suitcases over here, overnight bags, and wallets to store all your hard-earned cash in. but of course you can pick up some undies on the way if you need to. Floor number 7, trend wear. I know as little about that as you do, so let's check it out. What do we have here? Oh, you got Kangol. So I'm guessing this is more some of the Gopnik or the gangster gear up here that the teenagers like to wear, hoodies and things like that. Oh yeah, you can see it out. You got the leather jackets, but you've also got Katsu cute t-shirts. This is also some more menswear here, Gaudi, so business suits, but you've got jeans. So this is a more smart casual look. Look at this lovely jacket. That's not bad at all, actually. Comment down below if you think that jacket is something I should buy. So there are a few nice outfits here. This is more for a younger crowd, I'd say, perhaps. Lovely coats like that compared to what we saw on the floor down below. But let's head up to floor number 8. Kids wear, and also a playground area. You'll expect to see a lot of Hello Kitty type toys and activities up here, and you won't be disappointed. Here you have the Sanrio store. Next to it you've got all sorts of toys. You've got Lego over there, just your classic kids toy area, but you've also got a mini arcade for the kids to play in, and there are plenty of them around. You can hear them scream in the background. Here's one wiping out on the floor. Now Elizabeth and Grace, surprisingly enough, have told me that they are on this floor, so let's see if we can find them. There they are over there. Let's see what they found. Show me the loot. What did you find on the kids floor?
We got Rummy Cub Taiwan edition.
Taipei edition, cool.
Which has bubble tea as the Joker tiles. And Grace got this game which she was most attracted to because of the cat.
No doubt. Floor number 9, bedroom furniture, household appliances, and aroma oils. You can smell it as you come in. You've got all your towels over here. You've got beds down here with all the bedding to match. Of course, everything still has to be very cutesy, otherwise it wouldn't be Taiwan, would it? Got your memory foam mattresses. We could have benefited from one of those in the Airbnb we're staying at. Check out our video on our apartment. Really hard beds. More bedding, but we're now into crockery and cutlery. You can also buy some spectacular vases. Floor number 10, and now we are into household appliances and cookware proper. So you'll see an endless range of things. You've got mixers over here, you've got your pots and pans, you've got your rice cookers over here. Of course you need those living here. Frying pans, you've got all the famous brands. Top opening microwave, we could do with more of those in here. You've got all your massage items after a hard day's work. Wow, look at those. You've got your coffee makers down here, you've got your blenders, a whole section here with washers and dryers. Now one thing you will notice in Taiwan is very few people have tumble dryers. Typically they only have the washing machine. They'll hang up all their washing, and if they do get a dryer, it's typically a 2-in-1 washer dryer. But we've got a lot more to do, so let's get up to the very next floor. Floor number 11, casual sports and travel. Okay, let's check it out. So here you'll find a lot more of your sort of outdoor brands that you might expect to see in an outdoor store in the West. Of course the colors are still bright when it's women's colors. More massage chairs because you need that after a hard day trekking in the mountains. But let's move on. You've got your outdoor boots over here, but you can also buy Captain Santa Golf Club t-shirts if that's your thing. Now swimming is not a particularly popular thing here in Taiwan, yet we have a large swimwear section over here because space is at such a premium here in Taiwan. Swimming pools are very uncommon and not many people swim. And we've made it to floor 12. Now what's special about this floor is, remember, you've got that food court down in the basement, but up here you have the far fancier restaurants. These are the sorts of restaurants you have to book to be able to come and eat at. Even though they still have the plastic food examples in the window, you see you're paying 460, 470 Taiwanese dollars, 25 to 30 New Zealand dollars, about 15 US dollars. That would be seen as relatively expensive for a meal here in Taiwan. Also, dog food. That brings us to the end of our whistle-stop tour of the Shin Kong Mitsukoshi building here in Taipei. We have covered 13 floors. I'm going to head back down to the food court to enjoy an overpriced, mediocre tasting food court meal. I'll catch you later.